Max Minimal Mind, ideas that move you forward.
You used to be able to focus, drop into that silent flow state where the world disappears and it's just you and the thing that needs to get done. But lately, that's gone. You sit down, open the screen, take a breath, and 5 minutes later your mind is somewhere else. A video, a tab, a random thought that turns into 20 minutes on Google. And by the end of the day, all you're left with is the uncomfortable feeling of being busy, but not present, of having done many things, but not feeling like any of them really mattered. And that mental noise, that fog that blocks your focus, it's draining you more than any real effort would. Maybe you think it's just a lack of discipline, or that you've lost some magic from childhood when you could spend hours drawing or playing without even noticing time passing. But what if the problem isn't just a lack of focus? What if it's something deeper, something you've been ignoring for far too long? The truth is, your brain wasn't made to function like a browser with 34 tabs open, but that's how it's been living, jumping from stimulus to stimulus, worry to worry, trying to deal with the present while carrying the weight of what if and still not done. Maybe the problem isn't you. Maybe it's the pace you've been forced into, a pace that demands you to always be producing, always knowing, always updating. But focus doesn't grow in chaos. Focus needs stillness. It requires a kind of presence that doesn't fit into survival mode. Maybe what you're calling a lack of focus is actually a signal of emotional exhaustion, a body that still shows up, but a mind that's quietly quit. Because here's something no one tells you. Attention requires energy, and you've been using all yours just trying to appear okay. It's hard to focus when you feel like you have to be in 5 places at once, when your phone buzzes every minute, when your to-do list seems to multiply on its own, when even rest has turned into a form of performance. And the more you try to force yourself to focus, the more it slips away. Like trying to hold water in your hands, the tighter you grip, the faster it escapes. Then comes the guilt. You judge yourself, call yourself lazy, weak, when really, you're just overloaded. Overloaded with micro decisions, with notifications, with silent comparisons, with trying to figure out where you're supposed to be by now, with the fear of falling behind, even when no one says it out loud. That's why before we talk about techniques, we need to talk about space. Your focus doesn't need more pressure. It needs more space. And space isn't found accidentally. It's made on purpose. And sometimes that means letting go of things you once thought were essential. Think of a browser with too many tabs. You can still use the computer, sure, but everything slows down. Your brain is the same, processing too much, reloading things you don't need right now, and all of it consumes the memory you wanted to use for what matters. The first thing you need to accept is focus doesn't survive in a distracted environment. The problem isn't just you, it's the structure around you. The room where you try to concentrate, the routine you've repeated without noticing, the small habits that seem harmless but slowly drain your clarity. So here's the first point. Focus begins before the task. You don't just gain focus by opening your laptop or turning on the camera. Focus is the result of a preparation that starts earlier: how you slept, ate, moved, and more than anything, how you created silence. Silence not just in sound, but in thought. Start your day without noise. Don't touch your phone first thing. Wait 15 minutes. Breathe. Write one sentence, or just stare out the window. Give your brain the right to organize itself before being invaded. Number 2, change your environment before trying to change your mind. Want to focus better? Change where you work. Light, sound, color, organization, all of it sends signals to your brain about what to expect. A messy space says, "This is chaos." A clean, quiet one whispers, "You can breathe here." Number 3, do fewer things, but do them completely. Your brain is not designed for multitasking. Every time you jump from one thing to another, your mind spends energy recalibrating. It seems small, but over a full day, it's exhausting. Pick one thing, just one, and go deep. If starting feels hard, shrink the task. Don't say, "I'll finish this whole project." Say, "I'll open the file and reread the last paragraph." It may sound silly, but it works. Because focus is like a bike at rest. The hardest part is the first push. Number 4, use what works against you to work for you. If you know you get distracted easily, map the triggers. What pulls you away? A sound? A person? The pressure to seem productive? Write it down. Knowing your enemy makes you less vulnerable to it. And even if you do all of this and still fail, breathe. Focus isn't linear. It fluctuates, it disappears, and that's normal. The difference between someone who grows and someone who gives up is simple. One returns. The other shames themselves. Be the one who returns. You don't have to be a monk or a robot. You just have to start treating your attention as too valuable to give away for free. When you begin to see it as a rare currency, you start using it better, on the right projects, the right people, the right moments. Maybe what you've been calling a lack of focus is really your body begging you to slow down. Maybe it's a warning you're trying to live multiple lives at once. And in the end, focus isn't about productivity. It's about presence, about being here truly, not lost in what's next, not running from what is, because the only thing you can actually change is what you're living right now. Hey, have you subscribed to our channel? You will receive interesting videos weekly. So today, just for today, close one tab, take a breath, and look at your mind like an open field, not to fill it with more things, but to listen for what's still alive in there.